Texas drivers. Let's talk about driving in Texas for a minute. See, when I lived in Texas a few years ago for about 3 years. Yeah, 3 years when we moved back to North Carolina. And when I moved here and I changed my car insurance to Texas, it went up a lot. And I was like, why? And the lady said, the number of DUIs, the number of uninsured drivers. And she said, and have you seen the way they drive? I was like, you got a point. And the more I drive in Texas, the more I understand. It's getting worse and worse and worse. See, driving to Texas is hilarious because you see this sign right here. Drive friendly the Texas way. Right? Not friendly about Texas drivers. No, they're like Jekyll and Hyde, right? They're really cool. They're generally a nice, polite, friendly individual when you get them out from behind the wheel. But you put them behind the wheel and they're a beast. They're monsters. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. It's like the Hulk. They just lose all sense. And they just don't care. They don't care who they cut off. They don't care who they run over. They don't care who they're tailgating. They don't care who they force to miss exits. They just don't care. None. It's wild. It's like driving in New York City. That's right, Texas. I compared you to New York City. Because back when I used to run the boroughs, you could get into New York City, and they were the same way behind the wheel that you Texans are behind the wheel, and they were friendly when you got them out of their cars. I would make deliveries in the city, and I'd talk to people in the street or the stores or whatever, and they're generally friendly. Now, they weren't all charm friendly. They weren't all like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, can I get you this? How you doing? They were more blunt, straightforward, and there might be more cussing involved in the conversation, which was fine. I can appreciate that. Right? It's a different kind of friendly, but it's still a friendly people. And they'd be helpful if you had a question or something. They're helpful. Kind of like a Texan. But again, put them behind the wheel. They're absolute nuts. And then Texas spent a lot of money on these useless signs right here. These signs, absolute joke. I don't even know why TxDOT puts them up. Right? And it's not because the sign says 70 or 75. It says speed limit. The whole problem is it says speed limit. That's right. The only time Texan pays attention to a speed limit is a small town like Blanco or George West or Vernon or Mount Vernon or some little town like that where they make a bunch of revenue off of speeders. And but yeah, the higher the number on that sign, the less they pay attention to it. Except for some people, they'll want to run 30 below the speed limit in the middle lane. They just don't care what kind of pandemonium they cause. But everybody else, 55, just do the best you can to keep up. 70, forget about it. Don't even say it. 75, might as well be the Autobahn. 80, TxDOT just wasted a lot of money to put up a sign that means nothing. Yeah, it's crazy. Texans, I don't understand. What's happened to you guys?